been hearing a few, some interesting ones. Just give me a little while for cool stories. I've been very busy with the very American, very Bigfoot, very radio shows. The activity for the last few months, I've been bombarded with Bigfoot radio show I'm on. He had, this is a true story. He got a phone call from Bigfoot who was having problems on Bigfoot property, a Bigfoot farmer. And this guy was having a lot of livestock that was getting Bigfoot. He went out there with a couple of his mates, like Ralph Bigfoot. He went out there with Bigfoot. You don't believe what they encountered. Radio shows. It's real weird. There's lots of stories flying around. I reckon it could be a lab experiment that got loose, and they reckon these two creatures might have been summoned by a bunch of devil worshippers. I have heard stories where I have heard a lot of stories where they've actually helped people out. So same thing with devil worshippers helping people as well. They are known for mimicking a lot of other different animals. It's up in Queensland somewhere. Walking around on the roof, it proceeded to go near one of the gutters. It jumped off the gutter, and while it jumped off the gutter and walked off into the bush, a lady who lost a small pet Bigfoot to one of these things, and it happened down in Melbourne late at night. People seeing him in the bush so many miles away from somewhere, and then on the way home they get their scent and they track him all the way to their home. After he got home after seeing one of those things, as these things started raiding his rubbish bins.
Always late at night.
Raid his rubbish bins. Actually, it would start looking through his window, hit the side of the house, growl, 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Rubbish bin, 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. Rubbish bin, 4 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Devil worshippers. I've heard stories where they do exactly the same thing as the American worshippers. He got hit with a full-on infrasound blast. It's a very low frequency, very low. And the other thing is, they can they can bring it up or down, up, and it brings about, if you get hit with it real hard, anxiety, a lot of fear. It may not be the one that they're seeing. It'll be maybe the mouth, diaphragm, whatever. They just know how to generate it. I've heard stories, guy who caught one of those on film tube somewhere up in a cane field up in Queensland somewhere. Yep, I know that quite well. No. Also in the US, the Bigfoot are very active, but they have to be active. And you can hear something screaming like a bird, and it didn't sound natural. When you actually hear the bird screeching, when you listen to the sound of the bird, the screeching bird, the bird is sounding something to it. It sounded very. Yeah, I've heard another thing. I've heard something similar. They reckon the air around them, you can smell it. They describe it as being ionized. The rest of the body's still attached and it's buried underground. That's what they found out.
Yeah.
And there's not much the locals can do about it. You got everything, all these different types of crabs, including coconut crabs. I think they call the place Christmas Island, if I remember. I know there's another area like that. Oh, they have theories. Carved, dragged there, and then just placed there. They leave it sitting there for a few days, and no one sees them come and collect it, and then they reposition it somewhere else for witch doctors. Yeah, there is in Africa. They can't control everything. Sooner or later, it's going to happen to the point where they are going to actually have to divulge a lot of things that are going on. They can't keep burying it. Yeah, I got to wonder. I'll catch up with you guys later.
Yeah.